Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Mindful Monday. If it's your first time joining us, feel free to type in the comments where you're coming from. If you have any questions, comments, you can place them there as well. If you have a topic you'd like to hear covered in the future, feel free to also put that in comments, or you can direct message it to me. If it is your first time watching, you can also type the word mindful into comments on any platform that you're watching on, and after the recording, of course, I'll go back and put a link that will, if you follow it, allow you to receive our weekly PDFs, which are kind of cheat sheets of what we cover today, as well as a free hypnotic recording I created on releasing limiting beliefs. All right, so today we are here to talk about cultivating or embracing a more peaceful life. So with the holiday seasons upon us, it is important to kind of start this process now so that we are at peace when chaos happens. So what is a peaceful life, you might ask? Well, it can be defined as a life filled with internal and external peace, if you will. And this, of course, doesn't mean that you're not going to experience stress or the ordinary, everyday kind of problems, and nor will you actually ever be eternally free of trials and tribulations. But what it does mean, if you're living a peaceful life, is that you deliberately structure your life and live it in such a way as to minimize the stresses and problems that you do encounter. It also means that you don't go out looking for sources of stress and drama, and that you teach yourself how to deal with the ones that you find in a healthy way. So it means living according to your values and selecting an occupation and a lifestyle that matches who you are and what you believe in. You'll also want to learn to handle your own psychological issues, let things go, recognize your tendencies to create drama, and then minimize them, as well as find ways to naturally lower your stress and cultivate that inner peace that we all so desire. All right? So what are the benefits of this more peaceful life besides a more peaceful holiday, right? Happiness, of course, inner peace, lower stress, a healthier life, more positivity, healthier relationships, and many, many more. Really, self-care, boundaries, all the kind of good stuff that we do want to have. So what are the components of a more peaceful life, you might ask? So living according to your values, as we already said, following your dreams. Yes, you want to have dreams. That's what humans do. So have dreams and follow them. And then embrace compassion towards yourself and towards others. And then simplify. Get rid of anything that doesn't serve you, whether it's physical clutter or stuff that you're emotionally hanging on to. And then don't compare yourself to others. There's like a famous poem about the flowers don't compare or something. I love that. And then practice peace, which simply means avoiding the drama. And then reduce stress wherever you can. Of course, stress does happen, and not all stress is even bad. They say eustress is good. So we're constantly in stress just to stay upright with gravity, but that's eustress, it's good. All right, so how can we create a more peaceful life? So you can take a stock of your current life and ask yourself, how peaceful is it, or isn't it? And then ask yourself what is working and what isn't. You might journal this, or you might just free think. And then ask yourself what could be improved and what needs to be changed or discarded. And so after you have that, then ask yourself the miracle question. What would a peaceful life look like for you? And that doesn't mean what you think it would look like according to, what it should look like, or what the neighbor's peaceful life looks like, or what you were brought up to think a peaceful life would look like. It's what it really would look like for you. All right? And then you want to find your top 5 abouts, core values. So we did a whole Mindful Monday on core values, so I'm not going to go into them. But you'll really want to find out what they are if you're not aware of them. There's many different ways. You could watch that Mindful Monday. If you don't know which one it is, you can comment, and I'll put a link to that one too. And then you'll want to kind of live by those values. And then you want to reduce the sources of stress and strife wherever you can in your life. So that might mean taking more time for self-care. It might mean setting better boundaries. It might mean scheduling your day different, whatever it means for you. And that's a wide open one. And then once you've reflected upon all of the above, make a list of any necessary changes, and note also what you will now remove from your life, and then what you'll add to it. Because if we're removing something, we want to add into it. Nature abhors a vacuum, So now note what things you will be simplifying or changing. And then prioritize and number your changes. and then take your list in the numerical order, the most important to the least, and begin taking action immediately for that more peaceful life. So I hope this has been useful for all of you, and enjoy, and we will see you next week. Have a happy Mindful Monday.